I like that.
Oh my gosh, dude. I missed the button.
I'll do my own fanfare. I like you switching it up on us. I like that.
I try. Good morning, Brick Babe.
Good morning, Hive, and happy Father's Day, Nibbles.
Oh, thank you. I'm always scared when you say that. People are gonna think you say nipples. And then I'm gonna have to explain to everybody why you keep talking about my nipples. But that's okay.
He's wearing a squirrel shirt, and we call him Nibbles every time he wears his squirrel shirt.
Just a
But we're
squirrel
missing
trying to get a
somebody.
nut. Uh,
Speaking of,
I was gonna say yes. We have a guest, guest host, a guest host, which is Mo, also known as Lights Camera Lego. Is she ready to come in? I didn't want to just bring her in
I
if she
think
wasn't
she's
ready.
ready.
Okay, all right.
Remember, we're right next to each other, so
Yeah.
okay. She's
Hey,
Hey, good morning to you.
morning. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, good morning, Brickworld. Yes, I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday, and it is Father's Day. And yeah, it's the one time of the year we get the big piece of chicken at dinner time. I'm just playing. But yes, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
that chicken.
We appreciate you very much. Dads, have a very unique role in molding a child growing up. And we all have obviously different experiences with our dads. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. There's so many funny stories about dads. I feel like dads definitely bring a lot of comedy to the family, just because generally they're over the top about stuff or just being silly or whatever. But we will have some dads on the show today. I don't know how many. It is kind of crazy because one, it's Father's Day, so obviously a lot of people are doing things with their dads, and it could start in the morning time. Maybe they're all going out for breakfast or whatever. Also, Brickworld Chicago is going on right now. So a lot of the dads that we know or would send invites to are in Chicago. So clearly that makes it difficult to come on the show. So I sent out links to them, if they get the time or they're able to free themselves up, you know what I mean? Then they will join. I know at least 2 or 3 that definitely will be on today. So one of them is actually in the green room right now. And I'll start bringing them on as they come in as soon as we get past the bulletin board. But yes, like I said, it is another wonderful Sunday. It is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And that's really the topic, is mainly Father's Day, but I didn't really think about it. And Brick Brave actually brought it up to my attention that, we should probably have like a discussion about like cars. Because, Lego has a lot of cars, and, I mean, it's not like they're mutually exclusive, but there are a lot of dads that like a lot of cars. So, we just thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and have that as kind of like a secondary topic, a topic for the topic to talk about. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just really thrown off today. My morning has been quite surreal, and it's just so weird. Every time I think I'm like 5 steps ahead, it turns out I'm actually like at least 1 step behind. I don't know. It's really crazy. So it turns out I got to get like 6 steps ahead to stay neutral. You know what I mean? To get ahead, I got to go like 10 steps ahead. But anyways, so
We're down a man today.
What's that?
We're down a man today.
Yes. See, I'm just like thinking in too many different places. So yes, if a lot of you noticed that we are down a co-host today, Drewbrickz has a lot of family stuff going on right now. But there was some exciting news. I feel weird even talking about it without him here. You know what I mean? Even though it's not like it's you made it public. But
It's in the celebrations.
And it's in the celebrations too. But so you'll see it in the celebrations, and we'll talk about it more, believe me. And he wanted to send me a video. I don't know if that had to do with it or if it was more of like a Whip Wednesday kind of thing. But apparently the video was so big, he couldn't just send it to me. Yeah, he was like, well, I guess we'll share it next Sunday. So I guess we'll see that next Sunday. But
Okay.
not to keep everybody in suspense, but he's engaged. He proposed to
Woo!
his fiance, and she said, "Hell's yeah!" She's like, "Yeah, yeah." She's like, "Yeah, want me some of that Drewbrickz."
Back.
So no, congratulations to him and her, and obviously we wish them the very, very best. That being
I'm
said,
still taking applications, so
yes. But yeah, he
You know
he
the
had some family
show.
stuff going on today, and so that's why he's not here. And Mo was gracious enough to be here for us today, which she's kind of got like a anytime you want pass, you know what I mean? Whenever she wants to come on the show, she definitely can. Anyways, so let's get to the bulletin board real quick. And then we'll start pulling in some dads into the panel and get the show going. So like I said, first of all, it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, and I'll probably say it a few more times before the show is over with. Thank you to the replay gang. We love you. Mwah! I can't believe always every week how much you guys continue to impress me with the views from replays. So I really want to say thank you and appreciate you as always. I want to say please support our co-host. The links are in the description below to the Instagram. I finally have started putting on both their Instagram and YouTube pages. So you can go to both and support them there. If you'd like to support me, support the channel, support Good Morning Brick World and all that other wonderful stuff, you can do that by becoming a member, subscribing. There's different perks to being a member. You can throw out a super chat. You can just talk about it amongst your friends. You can think about it before you go to sleep. Anything that you feel would support the channel, it would do us greatly. So thank you for that. If you'd like your sigfig to be in the intro or in one of my other videos, whether it's like a city update video or even like a stop motion video, you can send it to the PO box that is in the description below, and that will be featured in once I get to too many sig figs, I'll have to start breaking them up a little bit. But so far, I've been able to cram all of them into one intro every time. So it will be in every intro.
Impressive.
Also, just wanted to say, I mentioned that a lot of our dads that we were kind of trying to have on or whatever is at Brick World Chicago right now. For those that are there, I hope you all had a wonderful time. I really truly mean that. I don't have any salt in that saying at all. But yes, Chicago Brick World Chicago is wrapping up today. It is the last day, and it's usually kind of a hectic day because everybody's trying to do stuff at the last minute before everybody leaves and this and that. But yeah, I just wanted to throw out there, I hope everybody had a wonderful time. I've been watching everybody's, I've been very quiet over the last week, but I've been watching everybody's streams and their videos and their vlogs, and it looks like it's a really good time. A lot of interesting stuff, and I saw everything from the band The Fold was again back this year with a couple of brickheads and Drewbrickz, up there rap battling or whatever, to some sharks, some pink and blue sharks floating around the convention center, which is always funny to see.
And even pathogens are floating around. Unfortunately, somebody got COVID and couldn't even show. It's hard to believe COVID is still it's like people are still catching COVID. So
yeah. Somebody did get COVID. I don't want to freak anybody out. Because I don't know to what degree this person was hanging around with everybody, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I was hoping it wasn't gonna be another crazy like the movies, like
outbreak,
another outbreak or whatever. Then people take it back over to London and stuff, and it's like, oh my god. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the bulletin board. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our first dad for the panel as a guest. I just say James. I just noticed that he's got Van James. And I always say Walt. I'm just going to bring him in here. What's up, James? How you doing?
Hey, doing pretty well. I didn't realize it has stuff from people at work. No.
Oh. I swear that wasn't us.
Drew, where are you?
And So Chef was or Chef T is our other guest, and he sent a private
Drew got
chat,
to him
and
too.
he said that he was having some technical issues. All right, here we go. Chef's out there. Chef, we're gonna bring you in.
Chef.
Hey.
How we doing?
Hey, Chef.
We're doing okay. How are you?
I've got you on, and then all of a sudden everything shut down. So
James was talking to us. He was mid sentence and then cut out. So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to make it back. But
Happy Father's Day.
yeah, happy Father's Day to you,
Yeah.
Chef.
Happy Father's Day, Hive.
Thank you. So Chef and I are unique in an aspect of, well, except for your youngest, but she's pretty much grown, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I was gonna say our kids are grown, you know what I mean? So
graduates this December, so I mean,
yeah.
last one in the house.
All right, real quick. James is back. Let's bring him back in. Hey.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
That hotel Wi-Fi, you know.
Yeah. So, by the way, happy Father's Day. I didn't even get a chance to say it to you before
Thank
you
you.
left.
Father's Day.
So you're at Chicago right now, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Wow. So we should have. I'm pretty sure we got an. So there's a few dads out there. I sent a link to that are in Chicago. One of them, I'm pretty sure will be able to join us. The other three, I'm just not sure. Just because look, even if I say this all the time, it's hard to get guests on this show. And part of it's because sometimes just getting guests can be difficult, trying to coordinate stuff. Because life happens or whatever. But I also do recognize for a lot of people that it's a morning show. So even if you're awake, you're not like up, you're not dressed, your hair still looks all wacky or whatever. So yeah, even if I some of them might be awake. And plus at Brick World Chicago, there are people definitely that have a lot of late nights there. And not even just like out partying. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea, even though some people do that. But yeah, some people just sit in the lobby and stay up and talk for, till 3 or 4 in the morning, and for good reason, because a lot of times we don't get to see each other, except for that one time of the year. So it's like, yeah, we try and obviously spend as much time talking to each other as possible. So, yes, like I said, happy Father's Day to our guests. And we shall see who else will be joining us. Like I said, in the second hour, we'll start talking about cars and stuff like that. But I just figured if you guys wanted, just stick around and hang around for the show. And if you guys got to cut out for any reason or something, just obviously, yeah, it's all good. Just let us know. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to the good mornings real quick. I guess I'll do the thing that Drew starts doing all the time now. Where is it?
Oh, the music.
Yeah. Whoa, there we go. I don't know why I've never done that before. It's a good idea that Drew thought of that. And speaking of Drew, we hope you're doing well, my friend. We wish you were here, but we understand you do have family things to take care of. And again, congratulations. And you'll see that again on the celebrations. All right, Rob Claxton, good morning to you. And it says happy Father's Day to all the dads in the chat.
Is it okay if you're dad, could you put a blue heart in the chat so we can tell you happy Father's Day?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Hive? Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I'm down with that anyways, but yeah.
Hive may know, but I don't know all the dads.
I don't know all the dads. But I know some of them. And then there are some that I didn't even know were dads and their dads. Fall Equinox in the house. What's up? Good morning. I hope all is well. Did you get the chance to go to Chicago? I don't think you did. Because I've been, I watch everybody on Instagram, and I don't recall you getting to go. So, but I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Whiskey 488. Wayne is another dad that will be here soon. He is currently doing some stuff, but he will be here soon. But yes, good morning, Christine Harper. Good morning. So Bang Bang Whiskey and Christine were both in my New Week in Review, as well as Brick Babe and Lights Camera Lego. I see it was Hoarder 66, and then that's where I also met Brick Back to Brick.
Back to Brick.
Yeah, it was good times, man. Definitely have to try and make it up there again. But yes, Christine, good morning to you. This is happy Father's Day. Big Nate, what's up and what's going on? How you doing? Good morning.
Chicago, right?
What's that?
I think Big Nate's in Chicago as well.
Probably, because that's where I met Big Nate. Was last year at Chicago. Lonely Juan Kenobi. Good morning, beautiful people.
morning.
What's going on? How you doing?
Morning.
Lonely Juan Kenobi was in. She's in Chicago too, I believe. I'm pretty sure I saw her pictures of Chicago in there. I don't know, man. I see so many people. Sometimes stuff starts blending together, and my memory is definitely fading as I'm getting older. Smokey, what's going on? He says, "Good morning, folks. Good morning to you as well." Brian, good morning to you. Alternate candidate, good morning to you. Thank you all for being here. Cajun Afal, what is going on? He says, "Good morning and happy Father's Day, everyone." Thank you very much. Good morning to you as well. My Bricks and Me, good morning. Southern Brick Guy, yes, I got to send you your link.
Morning, Trevor.
Southern Brick Guy was another father I was going to have on the show. Is there, do you know how to send an invite, Brick Babe?
I was about to say, you want me to send the link?
Yeah,
Sure.
just so I can,
I'll send it right
so that
now.
way I don't have to, that way I can keep going through the good mornings. Because I feel like there's a couple more I forgot to send out. Like I think Prince Brick was another one, but I don't know. If I see him in the chat, I'll send him one. But yeah, Southern Brick Guy, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. See Campbell City Brick House, good morning to you. How are you doing, my friends?
Good morning.
Let's see here.
That's Gene. Happy Father's Day.
What's that?
Oh no, I was saying Happy Father's Day to Gene.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day. I just keep forgetting who's who. Let's see, Macro, what is going on? Good morning, my friend. Thank you for being here. And there's Andre. What is going on?
Happy Father's Day, Andre.
I tell you what, I want to see everybody when I go to Brick World, you know what I mean? But there was a couple people very specifically that I wanted to meet, you know what I mean? Because I just like them a lot, or maybe it was a really unique opportunity. So like Greg at London Bridge Bricks and Nicole, Lady McBrick, like they're over across the pond, as well as a few other people. But so meeting them is definitely a little more difficult. But Andre was somebody I was really looking forward to meeting in person. I can't tell you how I was excited to meet Andre. But again, it's not as difficult when you're not overseas, so we will definitely get the chance, my friend. I cannot wait. And as long as it's okay with you, I'm giving you a big hug. So let's see here. That's the only one. Kenobi says on my way back to Brick World now. Right on. Jesse's Brick Galaxy, what's going on, my friend? Jesse, if you needed the link, again, I know you're Brick World too. Just let us know, and I can send you one. Let's see here.
I'm
Two Humble Bricks
right now. I just sent you one.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I understand if nobody can join or people can't join. It's cool. I know it's Father's Day and it's Brick World Chicago, so it's busy. It happens. Let's see here. And plus, I don't know if everybody starts using the Wi-Fi at once in the hotel. I don't know if I'm gonna start going down, man. I remember it being pretty decent though. But yeah. Where are we at? Yes, at Two Humble Bricks. Good morning to you. Papa Trip, good morning. Says good morning, Hive and crew, and happy Father's Day to all. Make it a safe, fun, and relaxing one. Yes, and yes. Definitely make it safe, make it fun, and a relaxing one. Hopefully, just like on Mother's Day with a lot of moms, on Father's Day, there's a lot of dads that still got to go to work. So that's hopefully that they're having a best days possible. Pink Wheels says, watching from Brick World. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Thank you, Pink Wheels. And along with many, many others, Pink Wheels had an absolutely amazing mock. But I tell you, there's been some out there. You think you can't get more impressed from the year before, by some of these unique designs. And then, I wasn't there, obviously, but seeing some of the pictures and videos you guys have posted, I'm just like, what the... some of them are so unique, whether it's the art of it or just the technical aspect of it. But we can get into that more later. Countra, good morning. Rapture Raccoon, good morning to you. Oh, look, you got some hearts out there. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning to the dads out there. Let's see. Rapture, do all those colors mean you got kids all over the place? Says no Chicago for me this year. Focusing on local Lego shows this year and displaying. Yep. Sometimes that's what we got to do. Zisu, what's happening? Good morning to you. Where else? Where else are we going? Says oh snap, almost forgot to tweak that like button. Oh yes, if you guys could, definitely. It's part of your 8 essential vitamins and minerals breakfast. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, Rapture Coon says, Andre, those for all the kids I don't know. Andre says, Virginia. Yeah, I shouldn't have a problem getting to Virginia. I don't know to what degree, because I just don't know. I don't know, because registration and stuff it's going to get close. So, but at the very least, I should be able to come down for like a Saturday or even maybe one of the days before. I don't know. And I still plan on having the cookout as well for those that would like to come, from Brick World. It's a little bit of a drive, but you know what I mean? It's not the worst. If you have to come back to Brick World, not Brick World, Brick Fair, round trip, it's about 3 hours because it's about an hour and a half from my house to Brick Fair. But if you're like, if you're already leaving, and you're kind of on the way, it's not that bad of a drive or whatever, and you can stay the night too. Like we have tons of room. So like if you want to stay the night, you can stay the night and then start fresh in the morning and leave from there. So, anyways, I'm sorry.
I said party at Hives.
Yes, I mean it's a good time. Like I said, I've got food and
all I need.
We got drinks and stuff. So if you want to have a little drink, we got like a pool. So if you want to go swimming, we got a hot tub. So you want to go out there and be like, ooh, hot tub. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. You got a huge yard. I know Danny Bob one year was her and a bunch of them were out playing some weird game. I forget what it was called. I don't know. It was, and then Ryan was like, "Oh, it's not a football. Like, I don't care." So it's like, all right, well, anyways, so yeah, we got to the good mornings. Whew.
So the question, Hive, is if there's going to be a slumber party, will there be a pillow fight?
Oh man. Well, you know what? As long as you bring your own pillow, because you start busting up Mrs. Hive's pillows, she's gonna put a brick in one, and then everything's gonna be all over with.
Night.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's a really good time. Obviously, most of the time is down here, hanging out and stuff like that. You never know. I might even try and put some people to help me sort some stuff on. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I said, it's fun. I can't wait. But the biggest problem for me, honestly, going down there, whether it's for the week or even if I just come down for a day, is trying not to spend like any money. Like I really can't spend any money right now. Like little tiny bits of money is one thing, but like I can't go down there and spend even like $100 on Lego. It's just, I just bought that thing and amongst other smaller stuff. Yeah, and I'm just trying to clean everything up as far as like money and stuff goes. So I just can't be like done with it right now. So, even though it gutted me not to be at Chicago, it was almost kind of like the silver lining. At least I didn't blow a bunch of money and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. My foot's still kind of healing. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're giving me like therapy, for the month of July or not. Yeah. So, I hope everybody's doing good. I will say, at least out here on the East Coast, the weather's been very nice. But I think down in Florida, they've been getting like plummeted with rain lately. I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of it down there that got flooded. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody is doing well. We might as well go ahead and get into some news. Also, Brick Babe, if you could just keep an eye on the chat for me and let me know if anybody needs a link or something like that, because I'm not sure if I've missed anybody or not. So
I sent it to Jesse and Trevor and
Okay.
Southern Brick.
Awesome. Excellent. All right, cool. So we're gonna start something with the news that so Brick Babe, I swear you're like a little like news detective, man, like a little news hound. So like she always finds these little things and sends it to me. And this is one of them. And look, this is nothing new. What I'm about to show you guys, like we've covered this stuff before, but it just continues, and I'm wondering how bad it's going to get, and we're going to talk about it in just a second. So let me go ahead and share the screen, because yeah, I'm like, wow, another one. So 71-year-old arrested after LAPD finds nearly 3,000 boxes of stolen Lego sets at his home.
71. I think better things to do at 71.
I mean,
Just
Man, he's making money. That's
I just feel like it. I just feel like it's 71, dude. Like, I don't. This guy must be really fit, because I'm like, aren't you tired? Like,
he
you should be
stole
taking a
lot.
nap.
He stole a lot of boxes. And here's
Can
the
you
crazy
imagine if he
part.
was like, I stole them from my grandkids?
Don't forget, I got a message. Someone was like, "Hey, I'm embarrassed to tell this, but I know this guy, so I got some Lego from him." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, somebody, I don't know them, but they hit me up.
I do like this little picture right here too. That's great. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Is this going to continue?
Of course.
Or are we?
Of course. The more the prices go up, I see more of it happening.
Because
Can you
this
show
is
all the
starting to,
boxes?
huh?
Can you show all the boxes? Like he had boxes on top of boxes.
It doesn't.
Hold on,
I
that
don't
one
know.
doesn't.
Click the link in the bio for the full story. Wait, the bio for here?
I don't know.
Hold
on, let's
I
check.
don't follow CBS News. Oh man, I don't know where. I don't even know where it would be.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But no, I mean, yeah, there was clearly a lot of boxes. I mean, well, 2,800 boxes of stolen Lego sets from 71-year-old man's home on Wednesday. The individual boxes
Here it is.
have a retail value of ranging from $20 to well over 1,000. What are you gonna? Can you share it?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh.
I just resent it to your IG. You want me to email it?
No, I can get it from the IG. Give me a second.
You have to see all those boxes. When we tell y'all like at 71, he has some energy. Like, really?
Yeah, right.
He had like a warehouse.
It's big business.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Really is.
I can't just share that. I've got to like. Here we go. Okay. Because I don't want anybody to see like our messages and stuff like that. Okay, hold on a second. Here we go. So yeah, look at all those boxes.
It's just boxes.
Like,
I mean, they're wheeling them out.
I mean, I can't believe this guy would be working by himself, man. You know what I mean? Like, but maybe I don't know, maybe it was, but I don't know. It's so weird. And this is what I mean. Like, this is really starting to trend. And I can't remember if I mentioned this before when we've been talking about it, but I saw something on the news where there was like the top 3 or the top 5 things that are being stolen right now. You know, jewelry. There's some obvious stuff. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, Lego was in that in that category. And yeah, it's becoming a problem. And the biggest thing that we mentioned when we were covering it the last time with the news was the poor bricks and minifig stores, because that's the ones that you would want to hit, honestly, because that's the ones where you get retired sets, you know, or the stuff that's very, very expensive. I mean, I guess any Lego really you go and try and steal is going to be expensive, but yeah, I don't see this stopping. If anything, I see it getting worse. And I think you really got to think about, and I mean this, and it's going to be hard because you want to save money, but I think it's really important to think about where you're buying Lego, you know, on these other websites and stuff like that, especially if they're selling it very cheap. Because look, I'm going to say something, and I'm going to let, I see Trevor's in the green room, and I'm going to let him in. I know Lego's expensive, and I know it's really tempting to buy some super cheap Lego that you don't know where it's coming from, whatever. But if you do that, you're supporting that. You know what I mean? And if you're supporting that, you guys, I say this all the time. I say it in my blogs. I say it in the streams. It's usually always one person that messes it up for the rest of us. And this is an example of that. you support that, and all it's going to do is make people either lock Legos up even more, jack up the prices, or it's not going to have a good effect for any of us. You know what I mean? And it will be a domino effect, and I have all kinds of other things going on. And not only that, look, it's just wrong. Stealing is wrong. I'm not going to like shame a person if they're poor and they're trying to steal a loaf of bread or something. Like, I'm not going to shame somebody for that, but stealing Lego and trying to sell it for profit, you know, it's still wrong. I don't care how much Lego makes. I don't care how much I might rip on the company about a lot of stuff. It's still wrong to steal from them. That's not right. So if you see this, don't support it. If anything, if you can do it carefully without getting yourself in trouble or hurt or whatever, maybe even investigate it a little bit, you know, and just try and see who they are, or if you know, like maybe report it, or let one of us, you know, let somebody else in the community know, or just blast it, you know, put it on whatever, just say, hey, anybody else, you know, you don't even have to be mean about it. Just say, hey, does anybody else think this is kind of weird or something, you know, and we can all check it out. So
Miss Amby brought up a good point. She was like, what happens to it when it sees, like, what happens to all that good Lego? What do they do with it?
that's a good question. That is a very good question.
Somebody
that knows a lot about law enforcement would have probably the best answer for us, because I imagine it's evidence, right? Just like if it was anything else in a police matter,
don't tell me they destroy it.
No, after the cost, it usually goes to auction.
I was gonna say either auction, or I would imagine they would donate it.
Yep.
To kids or something, you know what I mean, or hospitals or something like that. I feel like that would be the best thing to do, you know. Or if you were going to auction it, at least donate it to charity or something, you know, because what do the cops need to do with that money?
But that's what they do with the cars and stuff, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know we can split hairs about it, and I get the cars and stuff, you know what I mean, and especially depending on what they do with that money. But you know, Lego sets is kind of weird. It's kind of different, you know what I mean? But so I see Trevor's back in the green room. Trevor, you good? You good to come in? You're all right? I'm gonna just bring him in. What do you guys think?
Bring him in.
All right. Hey. What's going on? Oh my gosh, your shirt. Hold on a minute. I gotta put you on the Jumbotron here, man. Yes, happy Father's Day.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. I'm so glad to have you on. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I had some audio issues at first. I kept hearing this echo, but I think I figured that out finally. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think normally a lot of us, if we have echo problems, usually we just put headphones on, but sometimes we can figure it out. I don't know. I'm not like a real good tech guy, so I'm not really sure. So yeah, just jumping in, you know, we were talking about like Lego being a big item that's seems to be pretty hot as far as like, you know, people stealing stuff. You got any, you know, thoughts about it or anything? Or
oh, when I saw that story, you know, it just kind of blew my mind. And then I guess the first thing I thought about, you know, to the point that you were saying, you know, for whatever reason people steal things. But I think the first thing I thought about was, you know, that guy probably should have opened a store and tried to get rid of some of that stuff.
You know what? I don't get, like,
he had an operation. I mean, he had
exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I mean, I actually respect his organizational skills. You know, I mean, it blows my mind though when I see like the UCS stuff being stolen, because I'm like, dude, that's like a big box, man. Like, you can't just shove that in a backpack or something. You're walking out like you can't even carry those things.
Where was he stealing it from?
And happy Father's Day,
Trevor.
So one of the big problems at this point is a lot of places, like the store's policy is don't even touch them. So like there's people can literally walk past employees with thousands of dollars of merchandise and they won't do anything about it. So
yeah, and I get that. I do. If I owned a store, I would definitely tell my employees, like, don't physically engage. Like, it's not worth you getting punched, stabbed, whatever, you know what I mean? That's for a Lego set. Like, even me, like, the most I'm gonna do is stick my foot out, you know, so they'll trip over my foot out the door.
Good one.
But I'm not gonna try and tack, because you don't know people, you don't know what they, even if they don't have any weapons, like you just don't know what kind of strength they have or something, you know,
Right.
over a Lego set. Like, I'm sorry, Lego, but your insurance is going to have to cover that one. But yeah, it is getting pretty out of control. And it depends on, there's also a lot of different variations as to like what state you live in. You know what I mean? Depending on what kind of punishment and crime laws you have. You know what I mean? Clearly, some states, criminals think twice before they might do something. You know what I mean? It depends on, you know, is there security? But I will say this. There's an aftermarket for Lego that's very unique. I know there's an aftermarket for Funko Pops and other things as well, but Lego is very unique on the value of it, because a lot of Legos, almost every Lego set increases in value at least a tiny bit. It's not very often you see one decrease in value. They'll at least just stay neutral at the very least. You know what I mean? Whereas like, huh?
I don't think ever. Has one ever decreased in value?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some, right?
Okay.
Right, guys? I mean, I feel like there's got to be some that, you know, I don't want to rip on any particular theme, but I don't know if like actually, I don't know. I don't really know what ones would be worth less or devalued.
Yeah, friend sets don't tend to appreciate. Like most of them will be either at or below the retail price, which is great for me with 4 daughters because they love all the friend sets, and so I'll get stuff that's retired for the cost. But yeah, there's not many that fall below.
You know something interesting? On my Whatnot stream I had a couple weeks ago, I sold some friends mini dolls. So normally I kind of bundle them up and I'll ship them to Adorabuilds, you know, out in Australia. But like someone on the Whatnot stream asked me if I had any. They're like really wanted some for their daughter, and I was like, yeah, I got like a handful I can sell you. But it was like the first time, and it just made me think about what we were saying about friends, because I'm like, at first I was like, well, I feel like mini dolls would probably decrease in value because there's, you know, not a lot of us like them that much. But I think they're starting to grow on more and more people. There's already a cult following for mini dolls anyways. But I mean, I think they're becoming more popular. And look, I even admit I don't like the structure of them, but I really appreciate the accessories and prints. Like every time I sell mini dolls, I always keep their hair pieces because you can use them on your figs, your sig, or whatever. And the great thing about that I've always mentioned and what we've talked about before with the mini dolls is they're much more. I'm trying to think of the right word, because
diverse.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but that's not quite right. It's about showing the diversity instead of them all just being yellow. You know what I mean? Because look. It's not really a discussion I want to get into right now, but you know, I have my own opinion about the yellow minifigs, but the designers and everyone said that it's supposed to represent everybody. But remember when the Jazz Club came out and they were talking about like the hair pieces and stuff? So that's kind of what I'm referring to. But what I mean is like the mini dolls are just like they're wonderful about it. You know what I mean?
Most like, versatile.
Yeah, is it more versatile? I think.
Probably. Yeah. You know,
I don't know.
I can't think this word.
They're different.
but yeah, I've always appreciated them for that. So, but back to my point, I think if anything, they might start increasing a little bit. Not to a point where there's going to be like a San Diego Comic-Con fig, but at least to where you're not going to be able to just like sell 5 of them for 99 cents. By the way, I feel like there were some people in the chat that jumped in. Fabu Brick, what's up? Hey. Let's see. King Oldendorf says, got to head out now to finish my summer work. Bye, King. See Hoarder 66 out there. What's up? And you said Mrs. Amby. There's Mrs. Amby.
Dude.
Dude. What's up, dude? Sorry, I'm all over the place, man.
Dude.
All right, let's get into some other news. Let's see here.
And a happy Father's Day again to those who just joined.
Yes. For those that just joined, happy Father's Day. All right. What we got here? So, yes. I guess it started this weekend. Wait. You got 2 times insider points. Yeah. So I guess it's this weekend. So until 9 p.m. tonight, or I guess whenever your Lego store closes, you can earn double points on all your purchases. It's the best time to get larger sets like the barn door. Let's see here. Bumblebee. Some people are pretty excited about this.
I like that it's yellow. Duh.
It's so weird because when I was growing up, and some people that are closer to my age might remember, Bumblebee wasn't really the popular one out of the Transformers. I don't want to say he was shunned, but he definitely wasn't the popular one.
It wasn't until the movie came out.
That's right. And they made him a Camaro.
Just chicken butt.
As far as this goes, I mean, look, it makes sense to make it go with Optimus Prime. I'm not really a fan because if I want a Transformer, I'll just go buy a Transformer. But I will say in robot mode, it looks really great. It looks, as a car, which I was hoping they would have shown that. But
it's a good companion. Like, you're getting a theme going.
Yeah. And, I was kind of ripping on it the other night on my stream, but I don't want to be a total hypocrite because I was mentioning that if they did make Soundwave, especially like with little cassette tapes, and oh my gosh, especially if you had like a gift with purchase that was a cassette tape or something like that, yeah, I'd probably
like a sound brick in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, Soundwave. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know a lot of us love Soundwave just because Soundwave was just cool anyways. He was a boombox, but like his voice, dude, his voice. The coolest voice ever, man. It's just like I can't. It gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. I heard the green room. Did somebody jump in? Wayne's here. There, let's hold on a minute. We'll do that. Hey, what's happening?
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
You got 2 vets. Southern Brick Hive's a vet, and Wayne's a vet.
Oh,
so thank you for your service too.
Thank you for your service, gentlemen. Appreciate it. By the way, I see Hobby Hooligan out there. Good morning to you.
You know what would be cool? If you know how Build-A-Bear has like the whole concept, what if Lego gave us some Build-A-Bear type? We got our sounds and we got different options. Us AFOLs would pay. We'd be in there building our Lego.
I feel like it depends on a lot of what it is and what it goes to and the price, obviously.
I'd be in there.
I mean, the one thing, and again, I'm preaching to the choir. All of you guys know this. Chat, panel. I mean, everybody watch. We all know Lego is a fast-moving world for us. For your normies, they don't probably pay enough attention to it. Just like we wouldn't pay enough attention to something else that we're not really stuck to that much. But for all of us, our worlds revolve around Lego. It's our lives. You know what I mean? And just keeping up with it, like it's just. We're constantly moving, like time just flies. So yeah, it's pretty wild. And by the way, Smokey says I'm pulling the trigger on the Batmobile tumbler. The big one? Is that for sale right now? I'm not really sure.
It is? I built
know.
the little one. I didn't build the big one.
I would have loved to have
I'm right there with you.
That's a beautiful car. Fabu says there's a Build-A-Bear style droid set coming. Yes, I'll get to that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm gonna be as nice as I can about it, but I'll rehash that on Friday. But yeah, we'll definitely get into that because that's like brand new news, and it's very rare we get news that's like really close to Sunday. You know what I mean? Usually by the time the news comes around to us, everybody's like, oh my gosh, man, we just heard that a week ago. It's like, that's old news. Smokey says $270. Oh, for that tumbler. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that much, but that makes sense. All right. So we were talking about, Bumblebee. I don't know. Is anybody buying this? Is this exciting anybody right now?
Not my thing.
I feel like
I was the weird kid. Like everybody else liked all the other ones. Bumblebee was my favorite as a kid.
Bumblebee was your favorite?
Yeah.
I will say I have a much new love for the Generation 1 Bumblebee. And I don't know, maybe when I was young, maybe it's because I just didn't necessarily like the Beetle car, you know what I mean? Which is weird because it was a very popular car. Remember like Herbie and plus other stuff. And it's just like a very peace love kind of car, but yeah, as I've grown older, man, like I really, really much more appreciate that car now, man. To the point where if I was rich, I would totally like buy one. Not even like the newer ones. I would like to have one of the older ones and just like paint it real nice and stuff. But yeah, it was it made sense when they changed it to a Camaro, kind of.
I forgot about Herbie and Kit. It's like we talk about Tesla now, but there were cars that were they were smart cars.
Yeah, we already had our smart cars, man. They're called yeah. We had Kit, Knight Rider, baby.
Herbie was like emotional, but Kit was a Tesla in the making.
I don't know if I would buy, this set. Maybe if they, and I guess like you said, reflecting back as a kid, watching Transformers and stuff, I would really like more of the Decepticons. So probably if they started putting those probably be the ones I would buy. Yeah.
Every vehicle I buy, like right now I got a truck. Every vehicle I buy, I put a Decepticon sticker on the hood. And then every once in a while I'll roll by somebody's got like an Autobot sticker and I give them the finger. I'm just kidding. That'd be so rude.
I can still see you doing that, Hive.
I want to. I do it in my mind.
Mighty kind of you.
Yeah, I mean, clearly this, along with a lot of other stuff that Lego's been doing, especially the adult welcome type stuff or whatever, they're hitting a lot of us, especially people around like my age and stuff, with the nostalgia aspect. And I get it, and it works sometimes. Like I said, it's not working with Optimus or Bumblebee, but if they did Soundwave, I would be compelled, man, to buy it. It would just hit me too hard. So yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of it depends on like I said, a lot of different things, man. What it is, what kind of attachment you got to it, how the economy's doing. Speaking of the economy, Amazon sale. If anybody's wanting to get the Great Wave, what do we got here? One of the more elegant Lego art sets has recently gotten another discount on Amazon. It is now on sale for $83.99, which is 16% discount. So there we go.
Wow.
All right, so this is when they announced it. Oh, here we go. Nice. So I mean, it's not the worst car by any means, but here's the trouble. And look, I don't fault the designers, because clearly, there's nothing they could have really done about it. But it's a Beetle. It's supposed to be a very curved car, and this almost looks like what's that car that like Bonnie and Clyde used to drive?
Looks like a little MG,
like a 1920s vehicle or something, especially in the back. It just doesn't look like a Bug, really, in my opinion, at all. But like I said, it's what
kind of looks like a Mini Cooper, don't it?
Almost like a Mini Cooper, yeah. But what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, so we got a Lego Trophy Award, gift with purchase officially revealed. I did not see the date for this.
Is that our participation trophy?
Well, you do have to participate in buying something to get it. So yeah, I guess. All right, let's move on to some different Lego news.
The Bonnie and Clyde car was a 1934 Ford.
Okay. So yeah, we already talked about a lot of this stuff already. Lego Masters. What is this about? Another like this unbox. No new season in 2024. Really? Okay. Well, I mean, it's not gonna last forever, except for the one in Australia, probably. That one goes hard, I guess. All right. So I think we did mention this last week, but we got a bigger or better picture of it. This is a really great little set. I'm very impressed. I don't necessarily want to buy a lot or anything to get it, but if you're a fan, I can imagine you'd really want to get this. But they did do a good job with incorporating, the different storylines all in this one little picture here. So I know this isn't new, but I haven't really looked at this up close, like in the back and the tires and everything. I didn't realize how wide those tires were. But that is definitely pretty hot.
Oh yeah. Aren't those like the roller skate tires almost? Like the pink ones? Those are pretty wide.
You know what? They might
Pretty
be.
wide like that.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I saw Clever Pig did a video about how like it's kind of missing a lot of the curves aspects to it, and I agree. I just don't know really what else they could have done with some of the stuff. And it's kind of why, like I mentioned, where when it comes to a lot of the buildable stuff, I like droids and all that, but when it comes to organic stuff, you know, it's hard to do that stuff with Lego unless it's really, really big. So, you know, and the same goes with some of the cars. All right, this thing. Dude, there's almost 1,200 pieces in this. So I'm kind of curious because it's got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 buildable droids. So I imagine they've got to be bigger than brick heads, but they can't be like the size of like the latest R2. So I'm really interested to see what these are going to look like. Now, the one thing I'm not happy about, and again, I'm not going to like go on a tirade or anything right now, but it's another $100 set to get this unique minifig, you know, the young Leia. And I was really hoping that this R2K2 would be like I know it's not like a minifig, but you know, a minifig droid, not like a buildable type droid. So it just seemed like if you were gonna do this, at least make the R2K2 also a minifig with the young Leia. You know what I mean? But I don't know. 4 droids. Guess we'll see what they look like. See how cool looking it is. Some of these customable items, I was laughing at. I'm like, okay, a hat and a bow tie, mustaches. I was like, a rubber dinghy. Like what? Like, what?
That's like nibbles.
Oh boy. I don't even know where to go with this. So yeah, good stuff.
Will said, how many more buildable R2D2s do we need? About 5 more.
Until it catches the number of land speeders.
You know what hurts even more is the last one was also the one that had the unique minifig, you know, the Darth Malak. Huh?
I have both. I have the bigger one and I have the smaller one. Well, Andre gave me the smaller
I do too. I'm still trying to smell. I'm still trying to. I can't talk. See, that's how upset I am. I'm still trying to sell the smaller R2. If anybody is looking for it for like a really, really good price, I'll even negotiate shipping. It just doesn't have Darth Malak in it, but if you're wanting it, hit me up. Also, not usually. I don't like just generally self-plug stuff, but I'm afraid I'll forget this. I've been talking about it. I'm trying to have a whatnot stream today, so I'm gonna be selling like some Lord of the Ring figs and some like Hocus Pocus figs and some Ninjago figs that I just got with some sets and stuff. So if anybody's gonna be interested in that, I'll be posting about it. I'll be posting about it on Instagram. So, all right, they gave Drewbrickz too much money. What? Wait a minute. I just saw like they would have to create new pieces, and we all know how much Lego hates to do that. I think it just depends on what it is, you know. We won't get any conspiracy theories right now, but yeah, it depends on what it is. I understand, as much as I hate it, and I might personally think it's not fair. I understand when they do a new theme, we'll say dreams, and they'll make some new molds or do something special for them because it's a new theme. Obviously, they want to like attract people. They want to sell it. They want to throw it to the wall and want it to stick. So I get it. I'm just salty about it. Nick and Bricks, what's up? So Walmart week for Walmart Plus members is June 17th through 23rd. Anyone know if this includes Lego deals? It might not. I don't know, because I'm sure a lot of you all probably know is when we look at deals and stuff. I know Barnes & Noble is infamous for it. When it says like this special blah, blah, blah. And then it says excludes Lego. Because you know, Lego's a more premium brand. They're trying to get as much money out of as possible. But right now, if you go to Barnes and Noble, they have a lot of stuff on sale. So if you go there, yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff on sale right now. Sorry, I was just going through the comments here. Costco has the 25th anniversary R2D2 for $80. Yeah, if you go to Costco, you got a membership. They've always got rad deals going on, dude. They had that Lego truck. What was it, like $75 or something? Like it just
my price,
like the second day it came out, I was like, because we used to have a Costco's thing, and Mrs. Hive finally was like, you know, it's just like we're getting rid of it. And I was fine with it, and then until like I don't know, a year later, I started seeing everybody post all these deals and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you price match, Hive? Are you going to price match your R2D2 with Costco?
I can't go to Costco anymore. You know.
He's like, no.
By the way, good morning to Rob Claxon. I can't remember if I said hello to you or not. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do some hashtags and celebrations, and then we can start talking about like cars and stuff like that. So first we'll start with the hashtag minifig mug Monday. These hashtags, by the way, if you'd like to have us share them, you know, just you post them on Instagram, definitely tag Brick Babe. You can tag me or Drew or Good Morning Brick Roll, but just definitely tag Brick Babe. She'll definitely be able to share it with the rest of us. So, all right, here we go. Good stuff. Always love some mugs out there. So Hoarder 66 made a pretty interesting comment that made me think about something. Lego has stepped up on the parts making. New elementary shows the new parts that are coming out, and I'm loving it. Yeah. Also, I really appreciate it when they do that, because I don't know about anybody else, man, but it's hard to keep up with Lego parts and all the new ones that come out, and whether it's even new colors, like just same part, different color. I really appreciate people that can keep up with that stuff. But what it made me think about was, so we know we're getting a new plant, I think, in Richmond. I don't know if it's a plant. I don't know if that's the right word. And then one in Vietnam, I think, right? I even heard something else, not the office, but something else they were talking about maybe. But regardless, does that mean it would be easier for them to make new molds and stuff, or is that just no? It just makes it easier for them to make more parts of already existing stuff. Like, what do you guys think?
From what I understand, Richmond is just a place for parts, so they can ship it from U.S. that overseas.
Is that the same? Is that the same? Because that's what I mean. Like, all right, so I know, because this is where I get confused, because everything that I get from Lego comes from Illinois. I can't remember. It starts with an R, whatever town that is or city, as I'm sure probably a lot of you do. But I would, if I'm not mistaken, it comes from Mexico. So it's like made in Mexico, shipped to Illinois, because that would be like what, like a distribution center or something, right?
Yeah, that's what Richmond's going to be.
So that's what Richmond's going to be. So do you think Mexico then sending the stuff to, it'll be both Illinois and Richmond? Because look, but that would mean you would need to step up your game in Mexico, right? Like double the production.
Well, they don't have much labor, so that's not hard.
Richmond is going to be a full factory.
Oh.
Is it?
Maybe even both, right?
And it showed in the front, because gentleman I work with is doing all the security detail for it, cameras, wiring, IT, and it shows Legoland in front and a warehouse behind, and it's just going to hold parts. So it's a shipping hub.
And just so everybody knows, so Chef lives in Virginia. That's why he's pretty close by there. But I'm not. But yeah, but that even if that's true, like I was thinking maybe it's kind of a smaller version of it'd be both. You know, like maybe they'll produce and be able to ship off stuff just to help lighten the load. But if it was a full scale like distribution center like the one in Illinois, yeah, again, you would need. They're
giving tours now. We should road trip it, Hive.
I know we totally should, and I got friends.
Actually, yeah, the museum did open up in Chester. I did hear that they have a small museum in Chester.
You know what?
Yeah, you can look at it and go in. That's what I've heard too. We should road trip it.
Hold on, man. I want to check this out because I'm curious also about the one in Vietnam. Because Lego manufacturing Vietnam.
But color wouldn't be a problem. If there's already a mold, I don't see that being like a big deal, just changing the color as much as changing a mold.
No. Changing the color wouldn't be that big of a deal, at least without the knowledge of it. You know, I don't think it would. Mold, yeah, that's a different story. So yeah, in Vietnam, it's a manufacturing center. Because look, I'm not like an expert at this kind of stuff, but I feel like you can't really have one without the other. If you build an extra manufacturing center, then you got to have an extra distribution center because you got to keep up with it. And just like the opposite, if you build an extra distribution center, you got to have somewhere to produce the extra, product to go through there. So all right, then maybe Richmond is the new distribution center, but it wouldn't make sense to make it so far away. Like I was going to say, maybe Vietnam is producing it, manufacturing it, and sending it to Richmond to distribute to the States. But that's a long trek, man. You know what I mean? Like Mexico is one thing. That's part of North America. I feel like that's just part of us in a way. But like somewhere across the sea, that's What's up, babe?
The other thing that doesn't make sense is, okay, so we're getting the distribution center, manufacturing center, whatever in Virginia, but then you're staffing Boston. You're putting bodies in Boston, but brick in Virginia. It's like, why is Lego so spread out? I would like some of those jobs here. Wouldn't you, Hive? Wouldn't you like them?
No, yeah. Look, I get, again, without knowledge, and I didn't go to school for this stuff, but I get the spread out part because I feel like you want to be spread out as big as they are, because they can. Also, definitely with the distribution and all that, and the manufacturing stuff, I get it because, again, they have to spread themselves out really far. I would imagine they probably got even smaller, like local offices all over the world. You know what I mean? Let me look at the comments real quick. Good morning, and I saw Multigasm Geek said new distribution parts. What's the point of having the factory in Mexico if there are very few humans needed? Can't save as much on labor costs. Well, that's one thing, and again, it's a totally different discussion, But yeah, Lego's factories are 90-80%, like maybe at least 75% automated or something like that.
Yeah.
So you don't need much labor per se.
So according to Lego's careers website, they're hiring up to 1,700 people in the next year or so to staff the production facility in Richmond, and it will be a full precision production facility.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
that's interesting though, because again, where's the distribution going? Or did you say it was part distribution too, or?
Yeah.
So it says it's
That's great.
precision manufacturing. I could be totally wrong, but it would not surprise me with the problems that they've had with the Mexico factory if the Mexico factory ceased to exist.
Oh my goodness.
I just got some information. I'm gonna send it to you, Hive.
Sure, but let me just, I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat here for a second, guys. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Look, we all know this, stuff been coming out of the Mexico factory. And for a long time, especially me, have been very vocal about like, what's Lego doing about it? They must know, blah, blah, blah. Maybe this is part of their answer. So look, maybe, and look, I don't think it's going to be too crazy. I don't think they're going to like shut the factory down or anything. I think that they'll probably switch to more of the production in Richmond and use Mexico as a backup. Because I was just talking about how, like, yeah, if you had 2 production centers or whatever, like the distribution would keep up with that. But this should be able to eliminate a lot of this sold out or, things how they can't keep up online or whatever. This should eliminate that. I would think that's where that would be going. Real quick. Did you already send me something, babe? I didn't know if you
I was going to
real estate in Chester's.
Oh yeah, here you go. I forgot to text you. I'm about to text you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that easier? Okay, I just texted
Wait,
you.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what exactly you're texting, but if it's just something for me to read, then it'd be easier for me to just text. But
where are the factories located? Tune.
All right.
That good Verizon service.
All right. Molding is done in Billund, Denmark. I can't pronounce that one word. I'm sorry. That's
idea.
A very long word. Hungary, Monterrey, Mexico, and most recently in Jiaxing, China. I probably said that wrong, so I apologize. Brick decorations and packaging are done at plants in the former 3 countries and man. Is it me? Am I just dumb or just everything hard to pronounce?
I'm not even trying.
The Czech Republic. See, they could just say the Czech Republic. It just would have been easier. The Lego Group estimates that in 5 decades, it has produced 400 billion Lego blocks. At 10 cents a piece. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I find this fascinating. I'm sorry if it sounds boring to some people. I just, Lego has sometimes distribution issues. And I don't know. Again, if the original point of where we started with this was if these extra factories, will help being able to produce molds easier, new molds and stuff like that. I would like to think they probably would, but at the same time, I just don't know because Lego is a very muddled area when it comes to the cost of stuff. Because I know we've gotten estimates. What's that?
Mexico is their biggest.
Well, I'm saying just the cost of a set. Like if a set costs $20, what does it cost Lego to actually make it? You know what I mean?
50 cents.
Well, we have very close estimates, but it's hard to be exact sometimes because there's a lot of variables and even to different colors, to different molds and stuff like that. So anyways, very interesting stuff though. I have to say, I'm very curious about that. See, Smokey says, I'm sure the buildings in Vietnam are supplying for Europe while the buildings in North America are supplying and manufacturing for North and South American needs. That makes the most sense. Yeah, I would think so. Plus, I want to say that the production for North and South America would be much higher than the other side of the world, which is weird because I feel like there's way more people on the other side of the world than there is over here. But again, I'm sure that has a lot to do with like economies and stuff like that, and but
I don't mean to cut you off, High, but we didn't finish the celebrations. Or okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
No, it's fine. No, I always need you to remind me about stuff because I forget things easily. But real quick, Quill says labor for center in Virginia is going to be lower. Boston is corporate, and they want a city to attract talent. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if Virginia and neighboring states will get more Lego stores because of the Richmond factory. I would think so, but again, I don't know.
I'm just hoping for a Richmond factory store, like the one they have in Germany. If we could get that, ooh, doggy.
That would be sweet. I mean, and it's not officially like open yet, right? Like, because
so they've rented a facility right there next to it, and they actually have started doing some production there. But the main facility is being built.
Because I would think that when they would have like a grand opening or something for like that, like there'd be like an exclusive fig or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Might have to take like Brick Babe said, take a little road trip down to Richmond. It'd be a good time, because chefs down there, yeah, and I have tons of friends in Richmond. I used to live down there in Virginia Beach, so yeah,
I got family down there.
So we can have a lot of fun with it. And to be honest with you, Mrs. Hive and I might actually be making a trip down there towards Christmas of this year, like going towards that time frame. So yeah, so I don't know when exactly. Roughly Richmond, but where's the place that makes all the bacon? Smithfield. Smithfield, Virginia Beach, just general Norfolk.
You're going further.
Yeah. So I was just I was just in that area, the Norfolk and Virginia Beach area for military training.
Well, Norfolk,
so it was
Norfolk
nice
is a huge naval, Coast Guard. Because that's most of my family's been in the Navy. I've got some family in like Air Force, Marines, and Army, but like a huge chunk of them have been in the Navy. But so I spent a lot of time, in Norfolk, and I will say, man, having a dad that was in the Navy. Speaking of Father's Day, man, it was so awesome getting to go on those ships as a kid. You know what I mean? Like getting to walk around and.
Wow!
It just as a kid, man, it was just something so big and yeah, it was just unreal. We get to go to the mess hall, and because I remember we got to have like a separate Thanksgiving dinner. They have families and stuff come on. Oh, it's a good time. So let's go ahead and we'll finish real quick. Wait, real quick. Our factories are located close to our biggest markets, which shortens the distance and our products have to travel. Cost efficiency. Fun fact: the Smithfield factory all but strip searches employees due to bacon theft.
Stop playing.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. If I was gonna steal I'm like Lego bacon.
I'm not about to
can I wrap my Lego in bacon? Like
that is so. Now, if anybody offers me bacon at their house, I'm gonna think twice. That's nasty. You're gonna put it next to your body. What are you doing with bacon?
Well, I never realized how
just wrapping yourself with bacon.
It gives a whole new meaning to bringing home the bacon.
Bacon. Yep.
Wow. Things you didn't know.
No, that is great. But yeah, I had no idea. Plus, for the longest time, I didn't even know Smithfield was like a big bacon thing until I remember looking at a package of bacon going to Smithfield, and I was telling Mrs. Hive, I was like, "Hey, look, Smithfield." She's like, "Yeah, dumbass." She's like, "That's where your family lives." I was like, "Oh, that's the same place." Yeah, you gotta love Mrs. Hive. She tells it like it is. Anyways, all right, let's get on. Let's get back to the hashtags and celebrations. All right, so this is a hashtag Lego Flex Friday. It's basically anything you want to flex that's Lego. Sometimes we get a lot, sometimes we get a little. I think we only had a couple this Friday, but
3, I think. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Flex. Flex.
Flex.
Let's see here. Comment. I'm definitely going to Richmond if I can buy parts. Only reason I don't order from them online is because they take forever to ship. Yeah, they do take a long time, but I understand why, even though you think that there would be something kind of like quick and automated about it, but I feel like it's just like Amazon, like there's just somebody like running around trying to get all your parts together,
So I learned this weekend here at Brick World that the people who pick those parts are part of a wholly owned subsidiary.
Really?
So it's actually separate than the main Lego company.
Huh.
Wow.
Interestingly.
I wonder what that's all about. Like if it's just some, again, I don't mean to sound cynical or anything, but I can only imagine it's got to be something cost efficient for Lego to do something like that. You know what I mean? Because I still always will give it up that Lego customer service department, like their customer service, is top notch. The only people I've seen that match up with them almost close enough is like Amazon. Like I've never really had any problem with like returns or anything with Amazon. But yeah, their customer service department is just phenomenal. Everything else though, I feel like they will try and cut any corner they can, but again, they're a business, so I understand to a degree. Let's see here. Lost track of where I was at. Hoarder, I seen the vid. Josh from Beyond the Bricks did at the Lego plant in USA showed a Lego build of the whole place printout. Interesting. All right, let's do the celebrations real quick, and then we'll get back into it. Because we do have a good, exciting celebrations, even though we kind of talked about it earlier. But anyways, here we go.
I like that. I like the congrats.
Yeah, that was cool.
That face.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's an interesting thing for a lot of men that propose to their fiancés or wives or girlfriends at the time. I don't know how the wording goes, but
I'm still taking applications. Email the show. Email Brick Hive at goodmorningbrickworld.com.
Go through Good Morning Brick World, right? Yeah, but that's always a wild thing for a lot of us. Some of us are pretty subtle and kind of normal about it, and then there are some guys that do take it to like a whole nother level. I'm not saying that's what Drew did, but hire a plane with a banner behind it, so like, will you marry me or something crazy? You know what I mean? Like, because it took me a long time for me to try to figure out like a special way to do it, and I did it at a concert that from I forget what the guy's name, Jack Johnson, I think his name is, somebody that she likes a lot. No, I wasn't really loud, but the part I didn't think about, because it's somebody that she likes. So I thought we'd be sitting in like lawn chairs or something and spread out, and like it'd be mellow. It wasn't that mellow because I didn't think it was gonna be like me going to see like Deftones or something, or like Wu-Tang Clan. It's like Jack Johnson. I listened to a little bit of stuff. I was like, man, this guy's really mellow. So I thought when I proposed to her, I get down, like there'd be plenty of room. It wouldn't be that loud. Man, it was a packed house. I'm pretty sure I knelt on bubble gum. Like, I was like, hey, look down here. But I wasn't quite like that, but it was really special, and she was crying and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Mrs. Hive and I are really awkward about some stuff. Like every time we have parties or we go out and stuff, like, and people are all dancing, we're just standing there trying to look, act like we're having fun. But we're just, because we're people that stay at home all the time. We're just homebodies, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. You get a few drinks in me, yeah, I can shake my ass with the best of them. But when you're sober and you're there with your wife and you're like around people you don't know as well, and you're like, yeah. But I don't know. Anyways, that's just us. But I wanted to say, as I'm sure everybody will as well, and we'll say it again next week when he's here. But congratulations to Drew and his
Congrats,
fiance.
buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's good to see the youngins starting their lives. You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting to start mine. I'm a youngin.
And who knows? Maybe next year, we'll be telling Drewbrickz Happy Father's Day. You never know.
Never know. Hey,
Yeah, right?
Speaking of Father's Day, is it okay? Yes. Mo had a question for the dads on the panel. Is that okay?
Yes, right? we are on the topic now. We're done with the
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
So, to the dad on the panel and in the chat too, feel free to answer. What do you enjoy about sharing Lego with your family?
The Lego. Do you share it with your family?
Actually, we'll start with Trevor. Trevor, what do you think?
So, I guess it's pretty interesting. So, I came into the hobby first, and just slowly but surely, my family has found sets that they've enjoyed building. My wife has found some. My oldest daughter has really taken off. She loves the botanicals when they come out. I think there's some other set that she's done, but for the most part, and I posted a little family time thing on my Instagram page that we did a few weeks ago. I think for me, just having that bonding time, and sometimes it'll spark conversation, and so that's kind of what I've enjoyed about it. And like I said, slowly but surely, some of my family and even one of my daughter's boyfriends has kind of gotten into it as well too. So, but yeah,
I feel like that's
like I said, it just kind of sparks that.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like that's probably a common theme with a lot of us. We might have started in Lego, and then, it's spread throughout the family.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
A lot of the same things. I love. So I have kids from 19 years old down to 5 years old, and they all relate to Lego differently. Some of them really like to build sets. My 5-year-old builds anything and everything out of his imagination. My wife also builds stuff. She's working on a big hospital mock, and it's great because it gives you something. Like if you're watching a show, people aren't really paying attention to each other, or a lot of things that you're playing a sport, you can't really have conversations as much. But there's been a lot of times, my 19-year-old came down the other day and just felt like building. So she's sitting on the floor. I'm working at my desk, and she's sitting on the floor building a little. She decided to build a townhouse just because she got the bug to build something. We sat and talked for a couple of hours, and just kind of getting to spend time with your kids in a non-threatening environment. I've been able to have a lot of great conversations with them.
Yeah, Lego is really perfect for that. Lego is a perfect thing to be able to literally sit down with your kids and not only build something, so it's something very constructive. You know what they say about Lego, it get your gears moving and stuff like that. Along with other things, it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. You get a satisfaction out of it. But yeah, it's something that you got to focus a little bit on, but not to the point where you can't sit down and have a conversation. And not only that, if you're a parent, and look, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. If you're a parent that is kind of awkward with your kids, or maybe again, they're in that teenage years, for a lot of dads, we know about teenage years. Even if you got good kids, it could still be a very big disconnect. You know what I mean? Because that's life. You don't know a lot when you're young, and you think you do, and then you know a lot when you're older, but you really don't. You know what I mean? It's just a weird irony of life. But Lego is something you can sit down with them and create a conversation out of Lego. Whether it's, hey, this build, this technique, this piece, this mold, this print, this theme, it could just help with the general conversation, anyways. And I mean, who doesn't like building Lego, man? You know what I mean? Even if you're not that into it, nobody doesn't like it. Even if puzzles, least once in a blue moon, you'll sit down and build a puzzle, and then you enjoy it when you build it. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. That's definitely a good point there. Chef, what about you, man? What say you about like Lego
I
Dad?
agree with Trevor and James, and I like the time that you get. It's like stops everything. You actually get the time with them. You can enjoy the time and space with them, other than the monotonous run of the week. And everybody's busy, everybody's working, but it gives you that couple hours to sit down and have family time with them. Yes. And you're bonding, you're building, you're conversating. It's the best time.
But that's a really interesting way to put that too, Chef, because yeah, you're right. In a way, time, it's weird. Time does kind of stand still when you're building Lego in a way, but at the same, but on the outside, time does move kind of fast. Because you'll be fun building something, and it seems almost like just right there in the moment. But yeah, like 2-3 hours have passed by, I don't even realize it. I notice that a lot when I build big sets. You'll go through like an hour and don't even realize it. Yeah, that's very interesting though. These are all really good points.
It's a way to do it, because everybody's got jobs. Like James said, he's got 19 to 5. I've got 25 to 16. And to get them down and sit down with you, because everybody's got their own jobs. They got their own lives. It's running. Yeah. See, get everybody sitting there building for a couple hours. They all pick their own sets. We sit there and talk. It's like the best time of the week.
Yeah. See, and that's the interesting thing that, because I wasn't sure about you, Trevor, but I noticed James and Chef talk about having multiple kids. And I've only got one. And mine, she likes Lego and has built stuff occasionally here and there. Very randomly, once in a while, she'll come down and be like, "Hey, you got a Lego set I can build?" I'm like, "Do I?" But never really that into it. Now, completely fascinated by all this stuff that I do in here, whether it's a UCS set or definitely the city, built a sigfig, and it's got it in there. So, but yeah, I haven't had that variety of ages, you know what I mean? To where like, oh my gosh, I'm building some Duplo with this one, and now I'm going to build a UCS set with this one, and this one doesn't even like Lego. They're like, nah. But yeah.
So I have. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No, so I have 4, all girls.
Okay.
And it's a unique situation. We're a blended family, and so my oldest, I've got them. My oldest is 30, all the way down to 18.
Okay.
And so my, like I said, my oldest one is she's my stepdaughter. Like I said, we're a blended family. She's my stepdaughter. I've been she's been in my life since she was 2, and then the 2 in the middle are mine biologically, and then we also have a foster daughter. And so now my 2 oldest ones, they've built sets and they enjoy building the sets. The 2 youngest ones, like you said, speaking of the teenage years, my 18-year-olds, they're out doing their own thing. They've never built sets, but they have helped me build some things in the habitat challenges that usually come up. And so, they've kind of like building those. So, but yeah, those are my age range of my children. So.
Okay, right on. So yeah, it was got multiple children then throughout the 3 dads soccer. Wayne, what about you, man? What you got?
So I have a limited relationship with a former stepdaughter. So we've never built anything together. In fact, I've never built anything with somebody else. My wife thinks some of the stuff is cool. However, she's not building. Right. We have one Lego set that resides outside the basement, and that's the bonsai tree. The other thing is that when I was around my daughter all the time, it was not a time that I was into Lego. I didn't get into Lego until 2013.
Well, I feel like that's also something that a lot of dads and moms too, but obviously it's Father's Day, so that's why we're talking about dads. But have this, maybe a lot of them have a very unique situation where they were in their dark ages, and maybe their kids like Lego, You know what I mean? And just didn't cross paths, or maybe even the opposite. Maybe like you're into Lego and they're in a dark age, you know, especially for a teenager. You know, I mean, that's generally a lot of us. That's when we started going into our dark ages. So yeah, there's a lot of dads and kids out there that probably just didn't cross paths at the right time. Especially like if you don't have a lot of kids. If you only got one, yeah, that's a lot easier to miss that pathway. I could have seen it easily, even if like Niall was into Lego a lot. I could have seen how that probably could have happened, because she probably would have been into it way before I was out of my dark ages, because I didn't get out of my dark ages until she was almost a teenager. So yeah, I could have seen, even if she was really into Lego, we probably wouldn't have crossed that path, or just barely crossed it or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I would have had, you know, a couple of kids or something like that, 2, 3, whatever, or more, yeah, definitely your odds increase that one of them, you're going to have like some sort of Lego relationship with it, if, you know, at some point. And by the way, I wanted to say good morning to Johnny G and Jacob. Good morning to you guys. Thank you for being with us. Sorry, I haven't really kept up with the chat. I was kind of interested to see what you guys might have been saying, but
I think Will said something about Will answered the question, but I had a question for the dads.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Somebody had a question for Whiskey. What made you get into Lego? Macro asked.
Yeah, I saw that. I was waiting to see if I could answer that question. So my wife bought my first set for our first Christmas together in 2013, and she bought me the Mandalorian speeder.
Oh.
So
after that,
from that point forward, it progressed where I was buying stuff, and then in 2021, I got my first modular, which was the police station.
Oh, right on. Nice.
And that snowballed. I've got the big backlog now, where I've got like, for example, the rebreakable for the dinosaur exhibit, which takes Assembly Square, the police station, and then the Lego Ideas fossils. I have those sitting in the closet. Of course, now Lego released a museum, so it's like, do I want a dino exhibit?
Right.
Do I want to just sit on these modulars for a few years and then turn around and sell them? That's kind of where I'm at with those modulars now. But like, yeah,
it's interesting, because some themes, some stuff, I don't want to say themes because it doesn't really matter the theme, but some stuff I buy and I automatically know I'll never like resell it. It's something I want, like maybe something very cool or unique to put in like the city or something like that. But there are a lot of sets that either I buy just to hold on to and resell in the future or something like that. Because the good thing is, like, if you buy something for even 20% off, right? Like, let's say, you know, there's $100 set, you can get it for like maybe 80, you know, or something like that. If you resell it in the future, you're not gonna make a lot of money, but you can even resell it for just a retail price, you know, and you're gonna make, you know, $20 or something like that. So you know you're not gonna really lose out on any money. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of in between. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to keep it or sell it or whatever. But I'm kind of curious, the rest of you guys. Yeah, we'll go back to Chef real quick. Chef, how did you get like into Lego?
How I got back into Lego?
Mm.
I got back into Lego after my bone marrow transplant. I was losing the ability to use my hands.
Oh.
I would go to a physical therapist. I'd drive 4 hours. The lady would rub my hands. I'm like, I can have my wife rub my hands at home. Why drive 4 hours? So my doctor told me to go over to the child's therapist, was doing great work with them, and she used Lego. Well, I've learned if you don't use them, you're going to lose them. So I started into Lego, and it has blown out of proportion since then.
I wanted to add something real quick too, because I don't know how much car talk we'll get into, because, you know, as usual, the time flies and stuff like that. But just in case we don't get to say anything about cars, I wanted to say that Chef actually sent me my very first Speed Champion car, and it was like right after I started the channel. It wasn't very long after, and it was I always forget the name. Was it the McLaren? I think it was the McLaren. It was when they still did the
it was the old 6-stud.
Yeah, the 6-stud ones, man. I still got it. Yeah, I mean, I've never got rid of it. It's probably sitting over in the city. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, man, I remember that. And I was just, oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful car. It was like, man, so amazing. James, what about you, man? How did you get back into Lego or into Lego? I don't know if you had a dark age or not.
Yeah, so I had Lego as a kid. You know, like a lot of us, high school happened, sports and cars and girls and college, and I actually got into Lego again. I was in the military, and they moved us out to Maryland, and so I was stationed at Fort Meade, and we went over to the Arundel Mills Mall to take my kids to a movie. And as you know, the Lego store's right there, right?
Yeah.
And so we took the kids in and bought them a couple of sets, and I was like, okay, this is pretty fun. You know, I never got rid of my Lego from when I was a kid, but it took a little while for me to convince myself that it was okay for me to buy sets for me. And then it's gotten out of hand since then. That was 2012, and I'm not at home right now, so you can't see the disaster area that is our Lego room at home. But it's gotten out of hand.
Yes, it normally does.
Yeah, that happens.
It always. I wish we had so much time to really kind of get into how people get into that snowball effect. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, dude. When I got out of my dark ages and I started getting into Lego, without even thinking about money, I just never would have thought I would have had like this much Lego behind me, or or the city the size that I do, or whatever. You know what I mean? It really is pretty wild. Speaking of city, I saw somebody commented out there about, and I saw a comment on my video about this too. So Johnny says, I liked how much Mrs. Hive helped him in his last video. She's a keeper. No, that wasn't Mrs. Hive. That was my kid. That was Niall. So yeah, Niall's like living with us for, I don't know,
Forever.
For a while, at least a year. We'll see how it goes. We're trying to help her get on her feet, and trying to see what she wants to do in life and stuff. So she'll probably be in other videos. She talked about wanting to get on a stream with me or something like that. So I'm sure everybody will see her around. But yeah, it wasn't Mrs. Hive does not have purple hair or blue hair or whatever color it is. I'm not sure. Not that I don't like it. I think it looks great. But Mrs. Hive, yeah, she ain't doing that. What's that, Wayne?
When I started watching the video, I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it. I just didn't, because I don't know. I didn't even think about like saying anything about it. I don't know. But anyways, that was not Mrs. Hive. So she'll get a kick out of that though. She'll be like, "Oh, hell, I thought I looked that young. That's great." So let's see here, Trevor. What about you, man? How do you either get into Lego or get out of your dark ages?
So I got into Lego right around the pandemic, and probably I think it was around about that time, maybe a year or two after. And so I like video recording, stuff like that. And so which led into stop motion stuff. And I noticed that a lot of people were doing stop motion with Lego. And so went and bought a set, and just to kind of do the stop motion with the minifig. And it just so happened it was the first set I bought was a Speed Championship set, and never really did anything with the stop motion part of it, but I just noticed that building the car itself, I was hooked, and noticed what it did for me, as far as some mental health issues, things that I was dealing with. And like I said, I've been hooked ever since. And so that's how I got into Lego. So
that's it's really good for your mental health. Whether you're using it as for mock building, like you're just pulling creativity out of your head, or just looking at the instructions and building something, man. I don't think it's a matter. I mean, all right, I'll retract the statement because it is, but I don't think it matters how you enjoy it. You know what I mean? I think it's just whatever. It's not about, I think, the execution. It's just about the outcome of it, because I get a different satisfaction when I'm mock building, which isn't a lot, and definitely nothing comparable to a lot of our mock builders in the community. But when I do build something out of my head, I don't get the necessary satisfaction of when I'm creating it. I don't know if it's because my brain's just working too much to get the satisfaction out of it, but it's when I'm done with it is when I get more of the satisfaction out of it. Whereas building from like a set, like from instructions, I get satisfaction from building because I don't have to think necessarily. You know what I mean? I'm just, but it's a very good, satisfying feeling because it's just like a puzzle. Even though you do think a little bit more with a puzzle, but I digress. So real quick, just wanted to address the chat. I got the Harry Potter owl house today. It has nice hoovers. I feel like that'd be a good dad joke. I like to have, I already read that. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Let's see. I said hello to Jacob. How you doing? Everyone is here from the line at the Lego store in Hive's latest video. Yeah. Not everybody, but yeah.
In the chat. But even in the chat, everybody.
Yeah, right. In the chat. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good call. I saw the comment litter box, even though
I don't know what that
lighter box, but I'm assuming they were talking probably about that buildable cat. Even though it would be interesting to see a litter box turn into a lighter box.
You want to know what's litter box? Has anyone built a G-Wagon? I hate this thing. I have never seen a speed champion with so many parts. It has more parts than I hate this thing. I'm just like, y'all just know it yet. It doesn't work with long nails.
Well, I gotta tell you. So we'll start getting. Yeah, we don't have much time. We can got about 10 minutes or so. We can get into it. Get into some car talk real quick. So I want to start something off real quick. And by the way, Chef, good representing with the car there.
Chef, have you built the G-Wagon?
No, I did that one last night, and the G-Wagon's still sitting in the box.
I liked it. I thought it was a fun build, honestly. And these two were my favorite out of the bunch. It's been a while since I've liked them that much. Like normally I'll wait for Speed Champions at least go on a little bit of a sale or something like that. But I bought those ones right off the bat, and it's a twofer, so it's gonna be a little more expensive. But I love the yellow and black on that car. It's a beautiful looking convertible, and the what is it called? A G-Wagon? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, that's what we call it in the hood.
Oh, but it's an SUV, right? It's not like it's a Land Rover or nothing.
It's an AMG. Cool. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, it's an
but yeah, very. Look at Chef, man. Chef switched it up.
That car is sexy.
It is. I ain't gonna lie, man. The other ones, the other new set, the twofer, they're not horrible, but I definitely like that green one a lot. Especially those rims. Those rims are nice. But I was gonna say with Speed Champions, are they the theme with the most stickers?
Yes.
I feel like they are.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
Every box, at least 20 of them.
Which is weird because they're so small.
It's small stickers. And my nails, I don't know how your nails are, Hive, but it's just hard to get the little parts. Yeah, we're about the same. So
yeah. I keep mine trimmed, but actually I have horrible looking nails. Dude, and look, I don't want to say like I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. Like, I don't want it because, like, oh, I'm a guy or anything. But, like, Mrs. Hive keeps trying to get me to go get, like, a mani and a pedi or something. And I'm like, I don't want nobody messing with my fingernails. It's not that important to me. I just don't care.
Yeah, probably, I don't know how you probably feel about, like you said, the manicure part of it. But the pedicure part,
does it feel really good?
I tell if you haven't, if you're a guy and you have not had a pedicure done, you need to go get one.
Because she keeps thinking it's because like I'm a guy. I'm like, and it's not that. I'm really not. I just like I don't know if I want anybody touching, my fingers and toes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but she keeps saying it. She's like, you'll love it. It feels
my
really
wife
good.
talked me into
She's like, you don't have to get your toes painted.
I'm telling you. No, you don't have to get your toes painted or nothing like that. Like I said, my wife and my middle daughter talked me into it a few years ago, and I'm telling you, man, yes.
Listen to this, man. I'll tell her. I'll be like, all right, sell a brick guy. I was like, Trevor told me, check it out. So I was like, I'm gonna go check it out. I'll vlog it. I'll vlog and be like, Trevor, look at my feet.
I did it.
Hey, Hive, don't give that away for free. You gotta put those pictures on your OF.
I was like, I think Southern Brick Guys still better, so I guess that's one of the perks. Anyways, yeah. Totally a lot of stickers though. I feel like everybody that's built Speed Champions definitely feels that pain. I don't know why. I mean, if it was a stock car and you had to put all the sponsors on it, I mean, I guess they're not going to put that many prints on there. But look, I try to be as fair as possible. I know Lego's got to do some stickers. You know what I mean? I know they can't print everything. I get it. You know what I mean? Even though they could, but it costs them a lot more than they're willing to give up. And I get that. You know what I mean? But certain prints, I think they should do, because the biggest thing I hate about stickers isn't the application of them. It's just that they're so noticeable, and they wouldn't be as bad if they could match up the colors perfectly to, the bricks. And again, I get it. I don't think they can. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I can go to Home Depot with any color of a piece of chip of a wall and get the color matched up perfectly. But Lego can't get their stickers to match up with their bricks. I don't get it, but whatever. But there are a few I think that they definitely should put on there. Especially when you have like 80 of them on one sheet. But whatever. So real quick, I know we're running out of time, but I just wanted to run through some of the newer stuff that's come out. Actually have the leg site or website pulled up, so I thought we'd look at some of them. So I want to say, first of all, we know about these three, but I don't think a lot of attention has been put on this, which
no.
Yeah, I know this thing is great.
Yeah, it's been a few years since they did one.
So they've made, I don't know, I don't know the right term for these trucks. Car transport trucks. Is that like?
Yeah, I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, they've done some. I actually have one. Yeah, I have the last one I think that they made. But this one, I really like the color. I really like the style, and these cars, especially this one, man.
Yeah,
with the flames.
Nice. Yeah.
That hot rod car. That is really, really nice. That is some fire car right there. Even like this with the engine, I love the way they got this built up. So, but these aren't. So this is under the Speed Champions theme. I don't know if this is, but this is city, right?
It's city.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not Speed Champions.
Well, the reason I wonder is because those don't look 8 wide. Am I wrong about that?
No, I think the last one they did, I think they were 6 wide, and the last one that I had, I think it only came with one vehicle, one car. Like I said, I think they're all 6 wide.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to be hateful about it. You know what I mean? It's just Speed Champions definitely spoils us with their detail and the width. And look, the great thing about I don't know. I don't have any of the new roads in my city. Those new roads that they did. I have all the old base plate ones. So when they made the 8 wide, it was like a perfect. It still fits in the roads perfectly. I feel like it doesn't fit in the newer ones that well. I don't know.
It's tight.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely got to be.
Especially if you have like traffic going both ways. Both directions.
Yeah. But so regardless, good stuff. What else was in here? Oh man.
The Mustang didn't have a lot of stickers. Now that was a plus.
That was a fun build.
Yeah, here's the sticker sheet. Here didn't have a lot of didn't have a lot.
Or
stickers on here that I didn't put on.
See, I don't know, man. Dude, they do so many prints that are just so weird. Like I could probably give you 1,000 examples if I dug through some of my Lego, dude. And they'll do someone that they'll do a ladybug, but you can't do a door handle.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I'm probably just being a little too picky. That is a beautiful car, though. I really need to pick that up before they.
But it's an age thing. So here's the 6+. Simba had no stickers, all printed parts. Loved it to death. Mm-hmm. So Maybe we need some 6+ speed champions.
Actually, you know what? That's something I remember somebody was telling me about when I was like, yeah, why do the 4+ sets only, they don't have stickers, everything's printed? And somebody was like, well, because they're for little kids. And I'm like, well, that's an even better reason to give them stickers, man. They need to learn. I'm getting old. My hands are shaking. Like, you don't give the old guys stickers, man. Come on now.
That's for protection for the parents, man. Because if you set little kids loose with stickers, they're on everything.
Yeah, you're like, this is supposed to be your speed champion, not my wall. Let's see here. I do, as simplistic as this one is, I do like it.
I do not. It reminds me of McDonald's.
What?
Wow.
I don't like it. It's not like the Ferrari. I don't like it.
I mean,
I'm not loving it.
She's not loving it.
I'm not loving it. At
Oh,
all.
wait. Were those headlights? Taillights prints?
With my nails, I can't. I'm about to throw this G-Wagon. I can't.
Oh, they're just the
Most people
tiles.
love Speed Champion. Like,
Dude,
most
there's
of my
not a print.
19-year-old kid, and she loves Speed Champions.
There's not a print on this
The
car.
bottom's a print.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's not?
Yeah, well,
Wow, the
That
windshield.
spoiler it looks like a print.
Dang it. Really?
yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, the
I'm
underneath. You
looking
don't
at
think the spoilers are?
This
Oh,
is
sorry.
definitely not. Now up here doesn't look like it either, but yeah, man. Look, man, I'm sitting here trying to analyze stickers on a car. What's wrong with me?
No, Trevor
I
has
got
it.
it.
How we doing
Yeah,
on time?
that's what I'm saying. So the headlights on it are printed. That's pretty much it. But everything else on it is a sticker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
So the other one that I pulled up was Technic cars, and anybody that knows me well enough knows how I feel about Technic cars. But I do. Yeah.
Hey, I got it. There's one of the Formula One cars has got a printed game controller as the steering wheel
Did you have stickers?
to
maybe
replicate
this
all
one.
of the
This one.
all of the controls that are on the steering wheel.
That looked like spoons for a steering wheel. Isn't that weird?
There are spoons for mirrors on this one. This might be the car.
Oh yeah, there it is. What? Play, man, play. What are you doing?
Mo just built one of
Yeah.
those remote control Speed Champions. I mean, cars. What is that?
Because when I first saw this car, I was like, man, look. I was like, the rims look like the Google Chrome thing. And then I saw it was sponsored by Google Chrome. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah, that does have the remote control for the steering wheel, no doubt. So look, I am not a fan of Speed Champ or Technic vehicles, but I know they do have a lot of fans. I personally
What was the Lamborghini again?
I got rid of that thing, man. All I did was I used it for a lamp table, like an end table for a long time. I don't know, man. Just stuff looks just like Swiss cheese. I will say the top of this one looks pretty hot.
You have stickers?
Yes, I just built this second car. I know it had some stickers on it, but
What you got?
Can you hear Mo?
other than that,
Can you hear Mo? She's so far away. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She just built that. Oh, that looks pretty nice.
like this remote
Dang.
control, I
that's
went on
nice.
this competition. So
Andre from Andre. Yeah, she said remote control.
yeah, like here
Andre and his
bottom.
contest. I never win them, y'all.
Nice.
Janky contest.
So yeah. Is anybody in the panel a fan of the Technic vehicles?
Yeah, there's a few that I like. Not a lot, but there are a few.
Are you serious?
Like the Shelby Mustang is in my backlog. I haven't built it yet, but yeah. It like
Now,
I'm particular about some of the technicals.
yeah. So I don't know why I didn't even think about that's a third aspect. So yeah, there's like basically kind of like three. If you just leave out like city and friend vehicles and stuff, but there's basically, in my opinion, like three aspects to the vehicles as far as Lego goes. There's like the Speed Champions, there's the Technic stuff, but then there's the Creator Expert stuff. And this is kind of why I don't like the Technic stuff, because I don't know how you can look at the Creator Expert stuff and then be like, oh yeah, like I'd rather have the one that's got a billion holes in it and no windshields. This is the one that I used to have. And I appreciate the design to a point. Because, you know, like I don't know, 45% of this car does look pretty hot. Its problem is just broken up. Like I like the hood, you know, I like the rims and tires. But anyways, so yeah, it's just one of those things I've never really cared for, but I know a lot of people like them, especially like the big ones that cost a lot. So unfortunately,
cars. I'm sorry. No, you know what I like about Technicars is they come in poly bags. I think that's the only thing that I like about them is you can get the miniature version of the poly bag. Yeah, I mean that's a cool feature. I can still kind of build it.
I feel like if you were a car fanatic, you would definitely probably like a lot of the Lego Speed Champions, Technicars, the Creator Expert cars. I mean, can you imagine and I'm sure everybody probably knows somebody in their life that is like a Mustang fan, like just that's their car, that's their brand, you know, Mustang. Just how with phones, you got your Android.
I drive a Honda Fit, okay.
Well, look, I just paid my truck off. I hope I never have to buy another vehicle as long as I live. So Mrs. Hive laughed. She's like, "Oh, you're definitely gonna have to buy one eventually." And I was like, "Not if I can help it." I was like, "I'll walk before I need to buy one." But anyways, hello to Titanium J. What's up? What's up?
TJ, how you feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling, man? Yeah, we're wondering about that. He says, I wouldn't mind stickers so much if they could get the colors to match. I agree. I think a lot of us would be a lot easier on them if they could just get them to look a little bit better, and maybe tone them down just a little bit. That's all. Like I said, if you can make a ladybug print, give me a door handle. Christine says, I only built one Technicar. It was for a kid who got frustrated with it, so he asked me to do it. It was fun. I will tell you this. This is the one also thing I'll say before we get out of here today. If you're building Technic, if it's the first one or you're inexperienced, watch what you're doing, okay? Because I have a habit sometimes of not paying attention, and it's fine normally if you got regular bricks. You can literally kind of maneuver your bricks, open them up a little bit, squeeze one in there, Technic's a totally different story, man. It's a nightmare. I've had to totally take apart hundreds of pieces, man, to backtrack to fix something. It's just because the one thing I don't like Technic as far as the cosmetic stuff goes, but dude, I feel like you could break down a building with Technic, man. They're the strongest things ever. No doubt. All right, before we get out of here, let's go around the panel and see what everybody wants to shout out and stuff. Trevor, Southern Brick Guy, you want to shout anything out, promote anything, anything like that?
No, I don't. Just, this is where you can, follow me on Instagram. That's the, the one thing that I've got going on, just Southern Brick Guy.
All right.
And thank you for the invite. I appreciate it. It's been
no
fun.
problem. I really appreciate you coming on. And hope to have you on again sometime. Definitely, as long as you want to join us.
Yes, sir.
Right on. James, what about you, good sir?
You can find me at Walter Limited, WALTHER LTD on both Instagram and YouTube. Looking forward to getting my mock done for Brick Fair. It's hopefully we'll get done in time. We'll see. There should be another couple updates on the channel before then, but we're coming into the grind now where we have to get it done for Brick Fair.
Right on. I'll be bringing that up as the weeks go by, for Brick Fair, just like I did with Brick World. Also, everybody, James on his channel does other interesting videos as well. I definitely been enjoying a lot of them lately. Just random topic type discussion videos that are very interesting. And I don't like to blow smoke up anybody's butt, but James definitely has some really good points about stuff. He approaches things very logically, so I always appreciate that. He's also usually out in the chat telling me if I'm being stupid about something. Yeah. I just, like I said, I appreciate everybody so much. And again, James, appreciate you being here. And if you ever want to come back and hop on or something, man, definitely just let me know. Love to have you back. So
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the place where we can have guests. I don't really like to pull guests on some of the other streams unless it's something more specific. I don't like to drag anybody down to my level. But anyways, Chef, you wanna promote anything or shout anything out?
No, I just want to tell everybody Happy Father's Day again, and hope everybody enjoys their day.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Same
Yeah.
to you.
Yes, same to you as well. Wayne, what about you, good sir?
I'm hoping to start putting out some videos again in the near future. I just turned my badge in on Friday. I'm working another job. I'm trying to get into the battle rhythm of being back to work. So once my mood has already improved, getting back to work and feeling like a contributing member of the community. So
No, I hear you.
I hope to be putting out videos as soon as I can get into that rhythm and I'm not like completely exhausted. Because for one, being out of work as long as I was, I'm not used to waking up and going to work. So
yeah, I hope that never gets lost on any future generations. You know what I mean? Work is important, and despite, I mean, we can get into discussions about the kind of work and maybe some workers, the way they're treated and stuff, but work in general, man, is really important. And it does make people feel good. It gives you a sense of like some accomplishment, not to mention that you're making money, which everybody needs these days. That's for sure. Right on. Mo, are you there?
Her laptop died. This is how close we are, guys. Come on, my child. Come on.
Like,
It's junky, so don't.
What you got to shout out or anything?
I don't have anything to shout
Don't
out.
knock my stuff over.
Just happy Father's Day to all the amazing APOL dads out there, whether you're a fur dad, a dad of biological kids, stepdad, foster dad, whatever. Thank you for stepping up. And I hope everybody's an amazing day. And make sure you tune into Mom and Mo tomorrow on Instagram at the Mom and Mo Show at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right on.
What she said.
I was gonna say, did you have anything that you wanted to add to that, Brick Babe?
No.
Rock on. As far as me, you know, we've always got Good Morning Brick World every Sunday. I got Pure White Fury on Fridays at midnight, and then I just put out these random videos here and there. I just put out a week in review yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I can't even think. But yeah, I'll have some more stuff coming out here soon. So it will be here eventually. All right.
Drew,
well, huh?
Drew is live on Wednesdays, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday.
Drew's live on Wednesday with Bearded Bricks for Brickin' with the Beard. And I don't know, he does a lot of random stuff as well still. You know, he still does like random interviews and stuff like that. Definitely go check out his Instagram. Like I said, the links are in the description. So real quick, just wanted to say thank you again to all the fathers out there on the panel. I appreciate our guests today. I know it's not easy because it is Father's Day, or you might be at Brick World or whatever the case may be. To all the fathers out there in the chat and out there watching, lurking in the Lego community,
we love you.
We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a good father. Thank you for being in your children's lives. Thank you for being in our lives. And just keep up the good work. And, you know, just like a dad does, you know, get back to work. That's usually how it goes, man. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and do the member outro. And we will see you guys, I don't know, next Sunday. So peace out.